fight the power like Big Chuck.
What's the status, 3?
I'm good, just making the world a better place, that's all.
The Bakushi is the master of illusion. And if everyone believes the illusion, it becomes reality. Bakushi thinks he's won the game, but he didn't count on the pinch hitter.
All is continuous vibration, always in motion. Conductor of energy, a salt in the ocean. Serpent is the sine wave, polarities interwoven. A chemical sorcery, elixirs and potions. Resonant frequencies, molecular explosions. Your daily programs is heavy doses of hypnosis. People walk around blind even though their eyes are open. No time for ideological salesmen with biblical notions. That box in your room, televised lies through your vision. It doesn't matter your race, status, or religion. No longer have to beat you when your mind is locked in prison. That food is filled with toxins, it's why you can't think clear. Illusion of choice is your option while keeping all in fear. Load up all your weaponry, the revolution is here. I said load up all your weaponry, the revolution is here.
We ain't in the same place, or occupy the same space. So get the fuck out my face.
In the instant I changed the mission with photosynthesis. Witness the synthesis, ripping endless on instruments. Feel the frequency, energy off this Hennessy synergy. Literally goals that take us to infinity. Reading articles, all is horrible, calling audibles. I'm remarkable, I shot a fed at a carnival. Dust and particles, follicles gon' be everywhere. Heavy pair of some pistols, I shot them holding that teddy bear. Fuck the system, let's keep it simple, let's raise the temple. Make them triple while you're going to where they all assemble. Not Avengers, I'm the Avenger, I seek the injure. Kept my temper till I stuck the hidden blade up in her. Fuck the ruler, here's what they doing to you. Poison water in the food is what you put into you. I'm the shooter with new maneuvers. Cop back your Ruger, super trooper. He is gonna need a pooper scooper. The revenge of Montezuma. Rocking my Pumas, uppercut like a Kuma, sending you straight to Luna. Cosmic verses from universes on new excursions, emerging the virgin. I pull the back the iron curtain. War leaders are war eaters, born cheaters, war sneakers, rearrange their core features. Born reaper, hurricane, the sword keeper, form ether, burn all of the mold geezers. Up in government, parliament, bitch, I'm tarnishing arguments, ain't no bargaining, throw a bomb in the audience. I'm the guardian, strange you all in the cardigan, rearrange the universe, I am the artisan.
We ain't in the same place, or occupy the same space. So get the fuck out my face.
As a king, fighting the spirit of Mesa King, vibing to my queen, playing the tambourine, while I'm eating the tangerine. My plasma was replaced with gasoline, got the blood of the Elohim, manifesting through a dream, a shit you never seen. I got the eyes of Medusa, and the hands of Wolverines, astral project with my inner being. We locked in the inner ring, hoping the Anunnaki intervene. While the world is under siege, they got an abyss under the sea, living underneath. Lightning struck me standing under a tree while I was crumbling weed, and the angels swooped down, put me under her wing. Now she shields me from my desires the devil brings. Say my name in vain and you will never bleed. Say my name in vain and you will never bleed.
The Bakushi is the master of illusion. And if everyone believes the illusion, it becomes reality.
Ambicioso.
There's a devil and an angel.
Domain expansion.
Man, I keep hitting the wrong shit.
Keeping arsenal, yeah, my gun is remarkable. Busting shots at the cardinal, now they calling inaudible. Killing all of them, evil people intolerable. Didn't mean to start of your blast, turn the particle. My apocrypha, summon my inner Asura, unlocking my chakra, flipping over your Akira. And I'm accurate, sniper rifle is damaging, blast as fast as Assassin's, cause his ass was a pacifist. Guess I mastered this, leave you frozen like mannequins. Now the masses is panicking, turning evil like Anakin. Call the coroner, aftermath of a warrior, whooping your ass like Morpheus. Kill streak was so glorious. I'm the pinnacle, grind your ass in the minerals. No need for subliminals, government is the criminals. I'm the general, revolution, the miracle. The code is reppin', that's unpredictable. Motherfucker.
Those weapons of mass destruction gotta be somewhere.
On the world stage, pushing weapons of mass destruction. The only weapon is the voice speaking mass deception. CGI planes inserted on 9/11. The Patriot Act inserted, all rights have been suspended. Black magic magicians with malicious intentions keep casting your votes for puppets pre-selected. Pre-planned pandemic with experimental injections. Contractual consent keeps farm under full protection. FDA allows cancerous dyes to pass inspection. It's $1 trillion profit, keeping us in sickness. Hypocrites under Hippocratic oath is so sickening. Speaking food for thought, using my freedom to express. Until I strike a nerve, then I'm censored, I digress. Elite created the rules and board on this game of chess. Israel pulls the strings, I'm not surprised or impressed. I'm just buying time until it's time to suppress the noise with the silence, so we sentence you to death. Convicted of treason, I let the gallows do the rest.
The decision of one man to launch a wholly unjustified and brutal invasion of Iraq.
How's it going? I can't hear you.
Damn, I've been muted this whole time. What a fucking idiot I am. God damn, man. I've been just talking. Anyway, I was saying the U.S. is going to be a cesspool of poison with all these data centers that are going up. And I've been watching videos of these people going to meetings and shit. and the mayor, or whatever, these politicians are telling them basically, fuck you. Oh, well. And your land's going to be poisoned. They're telling them to, if worse comes to worse and they're drinking water, they go well. And when you what is that going to matter when the ground's saturated with metals and poison? Like,
they're being burnt down. A whole bunch of them were set fire to across the country. All the battery plants throughout this state have been shut down. Unfortunately, I'm fixing to take a motorcycle and start riding around. They fired one of those plants up around here, one of those data centers, and you can hear it through the fucking floorboards and rafters. And I've been insulting everybody all the way to the fucking grocery store clerk. Are you guys retards? You can't hear that? And they purposely go, no. And I was like, if you can't hear that, there's something fucking wrong with you. You might want to go figure it out. And I told him to walk the fuck away.
Yeah, what's up, Jason? There's tons of data centers. We have thousands and thousands of them already.
Well, I can tell you right now, I know when they kicked this one on right before winter hit hard. And at first I thought it was like a milling station, like a what they call a planer for knocking wood smooth. They call it a planer, and it makes a horrible noise. And that's what I thought it was at first, because they would kick it on for a little bit and shut it off. And the thing is, it was kind of unusual to me because I was hearing it at 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, and it's like nobody tolerates that shit around here. You go make a noise past midnight, and you're liable to get a boot in your ass. You know what I mean?
Let's see. Oh man, let me see.
We have a major salt. I got a major salt plant called Kalium, just a few miles from me, about 10 miles, 12 miles from me, and it almost sounds like it's coming from the entrance to that fucking salt facility. No, listen, you just gotta stand your ground, man. Like I said, don't do nothing stupid and speak the truth all the way to beat hell, man. These cockroaches' days are numbered, dude. It's a time set thing. That's what all those no kings protests and shit were for. You're in a bad area, dude. You're in an area that China has fucking really saturated, dude. You gotta be careful where you're at.
This whole country's fucked.
Listen, this is a cycle that goes around. There's nothing they can do this time. They know it. This shit's so fucking retarded. They're stealing from so many people. Listen, they're using time set. They're literally using time set to steal your thoughts and shit. Like, say you come up with something genius, like all of a sudden you're gonna hear about it within 4 to 2 days, and it'll be Trump's son that says he's doing it, and it was your idea.
You ever see how big some of these data centers are?
Yeah.
Yo, they're buying up farmland just to put data centers. They're gonna taint all the good farmland and put up a stupid data center. If we don't come together and do something about it, we're fucked. I thought in 2020 people would come together. Nobody did nothing. The government was like, these fucking idiots. Everyone lined up. Well, not everyone. A good amount of people lined up, willingly took poison, stayed in their home, listened to the TV. The government was like, look at these fucking weak dummies. They didn't do shit.
Nope. Look at the Epstein stuff. The government should have been shut down right there. Anybody with 2 cents to fucking knock together, we should have shut everything down right there, and then it's time to clean shit up. It's
the government is probably shocked, bro. They're like, look at them. They're lining up. They're taking our poison. They're staying in the house. We're jacking the prices up and nothing. These fucking idiots are the easiest to control. No pushback, nothing. But then when your team loses the Super Bowl, they're fucking rioting and turning cars over. It's a joke, man.
Good MK Ultra. Good MK Ultra. Give them bread and circus, and they won't revolt.
It's a fucking joke, man. It fires me up. Am I the only sane one left, or what?
No, they're just silencing them. Like right now, I can't even get out. I need subscribers, I can't get nothing out, dude. They just block and shut everything down. But that's the design of it. You're dealing against, evil forces, literally.
Oh, hell yeah, China's tapping our communications. They're the ones who make our phones.
Yep, it's all coming out the wash right now. They're going to listen, overnight, they're going to push a button and shut it down. We got new phones and shit coming out from our side. There's good tech. Just give it just a second. They're trying to smother it, but it ain't working. They're going to be dealing with other species. They can't handle anything. That's why everything sounds so jacked up coming out of Iran. These guys
that's weird. This polls on my screen. Like, I thought it goes in the chat. My bad. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm just shocked that I thought that went in the chat though. Anyway, I can't move it either.
Listen, I've been watching a guy go through your state, dude, and this dude's been fighting a fucking legal battle for over a decade. And as they're going through winning these cases, these corrupt officials are getting incarcerated, and they're to the point where they're yanking the pictures off the wall. So this stuff is actually happening, dude. You're not going to hear about it on the news or nothing because that's all CIA cut bullshit. The only way you're going to get good information is through people like us that are doing it on the ground. I'm about to go with my show and stuff here, fucking head on, dude. Unfortunately, we're going to need tariffs and shit. I mean, whether you like it or not, you're going to have dudes out there that cannot control themselves and will not control themselves. I mean, unless you're willing to take, the pin badge and start chasing them down, there's going to have to be somebody to touch these guys. You know as well as I know, these guys out there walk up and dump somebody right to the ground, kill them, and walk away thinking it's okay. And it's not.
Like I was saying the other day, I said if a dog bites a child, they put it to sleep. But if the chomo messes with a child, they get probation.
Yep.
This is how fucked up our country is. Politicians are on these lists of the Epstein files. Nothing happens to them. There's really no all people do is talk about it, and they're fine with that because they know after a while it's going to become the norm and people get used to it and stop talking about it. Now there's no more pushback. They don't care if you talk about it. Next, they're going to start coming to your door and shutting people up. Watch, that's going to be next. And people are going to go in line with that. Just like when people were censoring themselves. It's like, there's no pushback. People want to live in peace, but sometimes you got to commit violence to find peace, man. These motherfuckers will put violence on us in a heartbeat. They're the fucking problem. Now, I'm not saying to cause violence, but it might come to that one day. Why do you think they're beefing up the police? It ain't for no reason. Like I said the other day, I watch every month 50, 60 new cops are training every fucking month in new platoons over and over. Where are all these cops and why? I know why. I know why.
It ain't working around here. They're actually thinning out. Cops are quitting and running. They're killing themselves. Fucking, we got government officials going home, killing themselves, killing their wife and kids and shit. Fucking, some of them are getting arrested. Some of them are offing themselves. Just last night, this morning, the only thing that I was catching is a whole bunch of stuff. They're fixing to go at Witchmere right now. They're fixing to snatch up that governor here. She's all crazy. We'll be all right, man. Don't worry about them cops. There's nothing to worry about if you ain't a criminal. That's how I look at it. The way I look at it, dude, they're a fucking public servant. So I just don't worry about them, man. Literally, I think of them as a fucking cat turd. Honestly, because I live morally above their fucking moral standards, so I just don't even worry about them. I'm serious. Walk right by them, fucking flick a cigarette. I don't give a fuck, dude. Fuck you, dude. You're a public servant, and I'm not a criminal. That's bottom line.
Doesn't mean they won't fuck you over, though.
Oh yeah, I know that, but you don't give them no option for that. And I go so far. I refuse to do IDs. Listen, I refuse to do IDs, and if they scam me, I'll make the sheriff fucking deal with that shit. Motherfucker, that's unconstitutional, and I know what you're doing. Do something, motherfucker.
Look.
Oh, shut the fuck up. That's I'll cut them right the fuck off and they do their bullshit. You gotta grow a set of nuts.
StreamYard, man?
You gotta grow a set of nuts or use your pussy. One of the two. Take your choice.
What is this poll any good? I just went to YouTube to check to see if the poll's in the thing. It's not. It's just on the screen. What the fuck is it any good? No one could do the poll. Like, this shit's fucking retarded, man.
Some of it's harassment. Hey, some of it's harassment, dude.
It's fucking stupid.
Anyway, hello, guys.
What's up, Jason?
You're right, Charles. You're right, Mr.
Oh, well. I wanted to put a poll in the chat. I can't even do that.
Hey, listen, Charles, just like I said on the media, you're not going to hear about it or see about it, but 90% of these countries have stood up and already gotten rid of their fucking government officials. They're fucking lying. They are fucking lying.
What countries are that? Because I don't see any. I don't see any of that in the UK.
No.
Oh no, man! This country's been fucked over completely by this government.
I don't want to sound stupid or ignorant, but my area location, when you say certain names, confuses me because I get them confused with other areas. I think you're talking about the west coast of the American continent, and then all of a sudden it's another island on the other side of the world. So I kind of just go with the flow unless I know. I know Italy is up in arms. There's a whole bunch of places, dude. Yeah, hey, that was burnt. Hey, Charles, I think that place just caught fire last night. The place was showing. I just seen that fire.
Look at this data center, man. This is fucking insane, yo.
I think it's on fire right now, Charles. Charles, I think that place is on fire right now.
This is insane. This is another one. Like,
there was also a whole town and half of a state that went after Elon Musk. That's why you've seen Elon Musk all of a sudden die off on TV. There's a whole bunch of people that just went after him for fucking up, like you said, the water and everything. And they proved it, and they burnt, dude. They set fire to a bunch of his places. You might want to check into it. I'm serious. A bunch of these places are on fire right now.
Not only does that look like a prison, it looks pretty unburnable. It's made of concrete, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. How would you burn these places?
I mean, okay, there's a lot of.
You know what you got to do? You got to cut the electricity and do it that way.
Listen, they're going to find out these data centers and stuff for something more intense. These guys are fucking shitbags, so don't underestimate them.
You know what you do? You get a bulldozer from a nearby construction site.
Bingo.
You just plow right into all them computer things and just like the one we got here is outside. I'll just fucking. It'd be awesome to drive right into them and just fucking destroy them all.
Yep, I quit worrying about it when they were fighting over the battery plants here in Big Rapids. I quit worrying about it when I heard one of the kids that I thought or would have assumed would have been under the retard level of intelligence, when they started saying the same thing. We'll just take tractors and blow it down. I was like, I just laughed and spun on my heel and walked away. I was like, that's funny shit. And that's what happened. They shut them right down. They shut all the battery plants down here.
I know this is going to sound a little bit stupid, but why the fuck do we actually need all these data centers? It's like they have created the demand for it. They're building these things. But
Richie from Boston said it's going to, you know, these data centers are going to take everyone's job. Not everyone's job, but
most of them.
People are saying, you know, they're going to bring jobs. Yeah, it's only going to bring about 100 employees to run these places. That's it. And it's going to, is it worth it? It's going to poison the fucking ground like crazy. It's going to ruin the entire reservoirs of water. It's going to suck all in, and we're going to have to pay the water bill and electric bill. You know, the politicians, the ones that okay this and do all the work at the city halls, they're fucking getting good amounts of money for it. That's why they're telling the citizens to go fuck themselves, because they're getting paid.
Yeah, they're on the payroll.
And I think some of these mayors need to get punched in their fucking mouth. For real.
Yeah, excuse the airplanes in the background, guys. I got my door open. Yeah, I think you're
These
right.
are the data centers so far.
Oh, mate, he's gone again. That happens when I come in.
You know, Bill Gates is buying up land just to he's buying up land to just put data centers. That's fucking wild, man. What fires me up the most is they're buying fucking farmland and taking the farmland and putting up data centers, which will poison that good soil, that good land. And instead of fucking taking the farmland and growing food for everybody, they rather put data centers there. And the only one that's going to benefit off that is Gates and his cronies. That's it. No one else is. Everyone else is going to de-benefit.
It's fucking infrastructure.
Hello, Kate.
But this is how many data centers are up already in the country.
What up, Charles? What up, Jason? Thank you for having me.
You right, mate?
What are the big circles for? I don't know.
Bro, they're buying it all up because, you know, if you can produce something and look, they'll do it through the air, they'll do it through your water, and that's like the main thing, right? Like, you can't survive without that.
Yeah, people. I mean, Richie from Boston made good points of why they're putting all these data centers up. He was like it
to facilitate AI.
Richie from Boston went off on his new video. He's like, you know, because people are like, well, let's not pay the electric bill. And he was like, yeah, you just get your shit turned off. You think they care? No, they don't. If everyone stopped paying, well, no one will have electricity. These people don't give a fuck. You know, we should have did something like I was saying in 2020. Just like I thought for sure in 2020, people were going to do something about it. Nobody did nothing. I was like, damn. Now it's too late. Pretty much. Look at all these data centers that are up. They ain't going to take them down. You know, we're losing the battle hard right now. Like, in these last 6 years, we're taking so many fucking L's. The prices ain't going to go down, you know. Another stupid fucking war.
In that time as well.
You know, Trump started a war. He's a scumbag as it is.
Can I show you something, Charles? It's pretty interesting.
What?
It's an interesting video with what's going on. It's fucking bizarre, buddy. I'm telling you. Well, don't listen to me.
Fucking.
So all these people like connected to UAPs and nuclear weapons and shit, they're all gonna disappear and killing themselves or randomly no longer here. There's 11 of them. Yeah, I'll pull it up. I think it's kind of interesting, real shit. I'll get on the computer and show you. My bad. Fucking coughing.
Yeah, Mark's going on there about the scientists that have disappeared. I've been reading about that. There's loads of them, isn't there? Quite mysterious, that.
Isn't it? Here, Charles. I put my screen share in the back.
Hey, hold on.
Doesn't want to fucking play.
Cloud computing. Wow.
God, it doesn't want to fucking play. What's going on? Why is it doing this?
Oh, this is what I've been looking for right here. Exactly what I've been looking for. Now it won't let me fucking download it. Yo, what the fuck, you fucking motherfucker?
That's what I'm fucking wondering. I won't play a fucking. Look. Some bullshit. Okay. Should work. There. I think it's gonna work now. My shit's glitching like crazy.
Fucking muted again. This is what I've been looking for, the pollutants.
Yeah.
This is data centers use a variety of chemicals in their cooling systems. Chemicals that contaminate water as it works through the data center's cooling system.
Charles, I can hear the
Refrigerants.
feed from a couple of minutes ago coming through as well. It's really disorientating trying to listen to you.
Huh?
I finally got it to work. Can you put my screen share up, Charles?
Yeah, hold on. What was that, Jason?
I can hear the feed from like a couple of minutes ago repeating in the speaker. It's really disorientating.
Yeah.
Oh, the internet's really fucking odd, I'll tell you that.
You hear interference?
No, it's what we were saying literally 2 minutes ago, and I can hear it in the background.
But I don't know where the fuck any of this is gonna end.
Oh, okay. You hearing the echo?
Yeah. And Mark's saying it's from Cage because there's a delay.
Yeah, when Cage came on, it started to happen. I don't know why.
Probably because he's on speakers and not headphones, isn't it?
Where the hell?
I'm muted now. If I mute now, do you hear it? Or?
Mute it. Let me see. Yeah, no, it stops. There's no more echo.
I can hear it. I can hear somebody talking in the background constantly.
Yeah?
Well, I'm muted, so it's not on my end then, because I've been muted. So if you can still hear it, then I don't know.
Well, let me just finish reading this real quick. It says the refrigerant's got fluorinated gases, specifically hydrofluoro. This can't be good. If you can't pronounce it, just like in food, you know it's fucking not good for you. It says specifically hydrofluorolescent.
They call them refrigerants. They smell sweet. It smells like a sweet chemical.
And then the cooling loop chemicals is ethylene glycol, a clear, odorless, flammable, and toxic liquid that is used in antifreeze and other products. And water treatment chemicals, corrosion inhibitors such as nitrates. No, it's not nitrates, it's nitrites. Molly, or no,
corrosion inhibitors such as nitrates, borates, azoles,
yeah, whatever that
yellow
is.
metals, phosphates, and polymers are commonly used.
All these names are so hard, yo.
Peroxide. The most environmentally friendly option.
Borates and azoles for protecting yellow metals, phosphates. Polymers are commonly used. All this shit is heavy metals, man. It's going to end up in the water. That's what the guy was talking about when these town meetings.
Hey, Charles, you sure my screen? I have something real interesting to show you, but I don't like it. Hopefully the echo is fucked off.
What's the rush with it? I already know these stupid people that are disappearing. Damn, where did Jason go?
He'll be back. Yeah, I thought this was interesting. Like, it's fucking weird. Look.
So the UFO murders are apparently continuing. Okay, I was one of the first people to start.
This fucking Jew.
Well, he's a little Jewish, but trap more.
Yeah.
Ross or whatever, but whatever. He's a bit
Trap Lord Ross. Yeah, he's a Jew.
Not that it matters. Now a dozen either missing or murdered or very suspiciously passed away scientists, researchers, developers that had all been.
What he's talking is true, though. They have to tell you, I guess. I don't know.
Working on very secret classified programs related to space technology, UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomenons, anti-gravity technology being used in the weapons industry. It's getting crazy. I was one of the first people covering it. It's now made its way to the likes of the Daily Mail, Fox News, News Nation. Everyone's covering this now. I'm seeing it everywhere on X. I'm even seeing the likes of academics and all of the other culture pages posting about the 11, as of yesterday, dead, missing, or suspiciously dead scientists. And now apparently, according to the Daily Mail, there is a 12th. We've got a 12th. We've got another one, as DJ Khaled would say, and it is looking pretty crazy. So we're going to get into it today. I'm going to show you the latest in this long line of missing, deceased, and just very suspiciously out of here scientists related to UFO technology. So this is as of today, or as of yesterday, in the Daily Mail. It says, death of Air Force whistleblower set to reveal UFO secrets, declared suspicious. So apparently a former US Air Force intelligence officer died before he could testify in a whistleblower hearing about UFOs, sparking demands for an FBI investigation. Matthew James Sullivan was just 39 when he died on May the 12th, 2024, after reportedly taking himself out. Now, I got in trouble for saying that S word in the last video. I was going to be really careful what I say. His official cause of death hadn't been made public, nor was the case reported on by the local media. Now, Congressman Eric Burleson of Missouri has told the Daily Mail that Sullivan was preparing to be a key witness for congressional investigators looking into unidentified anomalous phenomena, more commonly known as
This is
UFOs.
what happens when you work for
Burleson
the
shared he had
government,
grave
man.
concerns that Sullivan's death appears suspicious.
So it's a waste of time to work with treasonous scumbags. This is what happens, man. You're either going to kill yourself or they're going to kill you. Because once they use you up, you're done. Look what they do to the soldiers. They use them up and then just throw them away. Like fucking.
Put you in the goddamn trash, you know what I mean? You're done.
I don't think he killed himself. I bet you they killed him and made it look like that.
Oh, I played the wrong video. This is the one. My bad. This is the one with this fuck.
Right, so there's been a new development in the UFO murders, and now there's as many as 11 UFO experts, people that are top-level clearances on secret government programs related to recovery of unidentified aerial objects, nuclear power reactors that are apparently being put in spacecrafts, reverse engineering of alien technology. This stuff sounds crazy, but there's government departments looking into this stuff, and people from these departments keep going missing or wind up being murdered or offing themselves. Yeah, right. Now, a bunch of new information has come out about one of those people that we spoke about in a previous video, Dr. Amy Eskridge, and there's some chilling messages that she apparently sent to a friend before offing herself, where she said she would never do that, and that she was getting numerous death threats daily, and that she basically knew that
Now
her because of the technology that she'd been
now
researching.
I know. I hear what you're talking about. What's up, Hurricane?
It sounds absolutely.
Now I hear the thing that Jason's talking about. I tried to go to your thing, but it has nothing to do with that. It's not stopping it. I don't know. When you play it, you could hear the interference. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Ow.
Word.
Really crazy, but when I show you what's in this video, you will not believe it. Okay, so look. Apparently, the father has reached out, basically put out, saying rejecting the suspicions about her death. But then there's more and more stuff coming out from friends and colleagues saying that no, she absolutely would not have done this to herself. So I'm going to play you a few clips. I'm going to show you some stuff about her, and it's gonna chill your blood.
Well, there is now an 11th scientist with connections to top secret government secrets who has died or gone missing within the last 4 years under mysterious conditions. And conspiracy theories are ballooning online. President Trump even addressing the ongoing mystery yesterday.
Those titties are ballooning.
Ballooning. The fucking, what kind of balloon are we talking about here?
Her boobs.
All right, well, like, I guess I can go with the balloon. Fuck. How do my shit randomly get taken down? Weird.
I don't know.
Ballooning.
I don't know, fucking. What? Aha. So these data centers are multi-billion-dollar projects all over the fucking country. It's gonna poison fucking everything to hell.
Somebody hit the wrong button in there.
Like I said, we should have had a fucking revolution in 2020. It would be crazy to just know how the government was thinking when they told everyone to stay in the house, and everyone did. And then when they told everyone you got to get the vaccination, people were lining up like fucking slaughterhouse animals. The government is probably just like, wow, no pushback, nothing. They just keep fucking us over, you know, spending all our tax money, raising the prices, nothing. It's fucking amazing, man. How fucking retarded and easy life is for them to just fuck us over.
Hold on, I brought the. Yeah, where are we at here?
Phone scientists die also, just like other people. To the 10 other scientists who gravity work, her death from a supposed
A free donut, yeah, I remember that. He was like, "We'll give you no." It was a free Burger King cheeseburger for people to go take the vaccination poison. That's fucking wild. A burger. People are like, "Yeah, man, I'll take that burger." Yeah, what is that noise?
Even addressing the
I
ongoing
don't get it. You guys hear it in the chat? It's only when you play it. It's weird. It shouldn't do that.
yesterday, confirming the U.S. government is looking into it.
Well, I hope it's random, but we're going to know in the next week and a half. I just left the meeting on that subject, so pretty serious stuff. But we're going to be hopefully, I don't know, coincidence, if you whatever you want to call it. But some of them were very important people, and we're going to look at it over the next.
National correspondent Nancy Liu is live in Los Angeles. So, Nancy, what do we know about this possible 11th case?
Well, Nicole, just before her death in 2022, Amy Eskridge had announced plans to present her groundbreaking work with anti-gravity technology. The 34-year-old had been openly experimenting in the field and founded a research company called
I don't like
the
the way they
Institute
say
for
that, anti-gravity. But no wonder she went missing. You know, they're going to steal her whole blueprint. That's why she's missing.
Exotic science to establish a more public space for developments in anti-gravity work. Her death from a supposed self-inflicted gunshot wound has long been questioned since she had expressed that her life was in danger at the time. Eskridge worked closely with her father. And according to NASA, Richard Eskridge is a retired engineer whose many projects included novel work on a system to propel a spacecraft with high-speed plasmoids.
What was her name?
Well, I spoke with him briefly today, and he...
What was that chick's name?
Someone Eckridge. I don't know. They're gonna get into it. But all these people, they all end up missing. It's fucking weird.
I wanted to look her up. Etheridge.
I'll rewind it. Let's see.
Yeah, it's cold here
Gravity
too,
work.
Can't you tell me? It's only 30 degrees.
It went negative over here.
Gravity technology.
Amy Eskridge, right there.
Amy, hold up. Amy
Eskridge. E-S-K.
Eskridge. All right. Eskridge. Eskridge. Eskridge.
Amy Eskridge. What pops up? I never even looked in.
I don't know. I'm gonna look her up now. You could play if you want. Go ahead.
The 34-year-old had been openly experimenting in the field and founded a research company called the Institute for Exotic Science to establish a more public space for developments in anti-gravity work. Her death from a supposed self-inflicted gunshot wound has long been questioned since she had expressed that her life was in danger at the time. Eskridge worked closely with her father. And according to NASA, Richard Eskridge is a retired engineer whose many projects included novel work on a system to propel a spacecraft with high-speed plasmoids. Well, I spoke with him briefly today, and he dismissed any link between the death of his daughter to the 10 other scientists who've mysteriously died or gone missing over the past few years. All had links to government secrets and programs tied to military defense and UFOs. Richard Eskridge, he did not want to be interviewed, but he told me on the phone, scientists die also, just like other people. Nicole?
All right. So, Nancy, there are already questions before this newest one. We even have lawmakers weighing in. I mean, what more can you tell us about maybe what happens next?
Yeah, well, the mystery surrounding these scientists, it's definitely taken on a life of its own on the web, where all kinds of conspiracy theories abound. There's even talk of a murder conspiracy targeting people who supposedly know too much. 2 of the scientists' deaths are cases of murder, and a number of disappearances are people who weren't considered suicidal. In the case of Monica Reza, the experienced hiker went missing during a hike last year here in Southern California. She had worked with General William McCaslin, a so-called UFO gatekeeper who also went missing just 2 months ago. Now, we just got a statement from Republican Congressman Eric Burleson, who's among those pushing for answers. He tells News Nation, these are some of the most advanced scientists and researchers in our nation working on critical national security efforts, and several have mysteriously disappeared. This is too coincidental, and we have to be investigating this. With
Crazy. All right. So it's finally being talked about. You heard about it on this channel first, because we've been talking about this for a few weeks now, probably a few months now. But Trump's finally talked about it. He said, I hope that it's not. I hope that it's not. Now, look, a lot of people are speculating that this could actually be the Chinese. It could be a hostile government basically looking to get people at the highest levels of defense technology either taken out or captured so that they can get all of the facts that they were working on, top level secure information that should not be falling in the hands of a hostile foreign nation. But there's a lot of disturbing features about this particular story. Investigative journalist Ross Coulthard basically detailed several strange and disturbing events that occurred in Amy Eskridge's life shortly before her mysterious death.
I actually spoke to Amy Eskridge. I don't think she killed herself. I do think there's a very high likelihood she was murdered. I've got a very good friend who was a very, very good friend of hers who was being sent emails by her in the months prior to her death where she genuinely feared that somebody was trying to hurt her or kill her. And I've got photographs, harrowing photographs of burns that she allegedly suffered from some kind of directed energy weapon that she believes was directed at her from the street through the window of the office that she was working in. And they are harrowing images showing burns on her hands where literally there's a red mark that starts just from her hands, and it's as if her hands across a keyboard were being irradiated with something. I do think that the instance of the Amy Eskridge case is quite extraordinary. There's a whole lot of unexplained stuff. The difficulty is that her body was apparently cremated shortly after her death. Her family, and I have no wish to cause her family any hurt, her family do I understand, believe that she committed suicide. I don't want to speak for the family or purport to speak for the family because it's always a tragedy when anyone loses a loved one. The terrible thing is there was no full coronial inquiry. I did make inquiries with local police about why there wasn't going to be a full coronial inquiry, and it was because of the finding of suicide. I feel very sad about the Amy Eskridge death. She was a brilliant woman. She was at times unstable. She was a big drinker, but I don't think she killed herself. I truly don't think she killed herself. I'm sorry if that upsets the family, but I think she was a wonderful human being. She was making claims that she was making advances in anti-gravitic technology and propulsion systems, and of course her father is, I'm not sure if he still is, a senior NASA engineer. It's a great tragedy that she was lost. She was a beautiful, brilliant young woman. And yes, she's one of multiple scientists I have spoken to or am speaking to who purport to be working on alternative propulsion systems.
So it's crazy, right? He doesn't believe that she did this to herself either. Okay, no disrespect to the family, but that's what he thinks. Okay, it is very, very spooky. All right, it is very, very spooky. So, just 1 month before her passing, if you remember in that interview that I just showed you, he was talking about she had burns and she believed she was affected by a radiation device that was outside of her property. It sounds crazy, but just 1 month before she passed away, just a month before she allegedly took herself out, she sent a series of alarming text messages to close friends and colleagues expressing her growing fears about surveillance, her personal safety, and these attacks on her health. Okay, I've got them for you here. So here's all the messages and pictures of her injuries. I'm going to go through all of it for you guys because this is so chilling, and there's more coming later. You're not going to believe it. All right. So on May the 3rd, Amy Eskridge sent the following message at 5:04 a.m. The boots on the ground's guerrilla tactics are absolutely insane for any high-value target that shows their face in public in Huntsville right now. I really don't think I've ever seen it this bad before. That's really saying something. I'd heard there were new units, outside units deployed in town since just before the conflict started. Oh my God, I believe it. I can see it. The active warfare is currently in Europe, but I've seen it shockwave into the local coffee shops and bars. Like, it's just ridiculous to show up in public anymore if you're on a certain type of target list. Like, just freaking stay home. I've never seen anything like it. May the 10th, she said, have always insisted there isn't much difference in our intelligence. The primary difference is the chosen field of expertise. She said, I could take some wild guesses that at the non-Ivan countries, so she's saying non-Russian affiliated countries. Obviously, this is all about the conflict with the Russians, and maybe it's the Russians. This is peak Ukraine war kind of times when this was going on, I believe 2022. She might be suggesting that the Russians or the Chinese, but when she says non-Ivan countries, she's talking about those countries in the Russian sphere of influence. She says, I could take some wild guesses at the non-Ivan countries that have been leaning in pretty hard. I probably wouldn't be too far off base. The Russians are smart enough to not try and befriend me directly. They are more of the silently tailing on the ground types. There are plenty of others that will try and befriend you directly. So she's saying other hostile governments that aren't Russia will be trying to befriend her and socially engineer her so that they can get close to her and get her secrets or get her out of the way. She said, that's the main thing I've seen recently. The social engineering attempts in public are through the damn roof at the moment. It's always been kind of like that around here, but it's never been quite this bad. It's almost absurd. A group of anywhere between 2 to 6 people will walk into a location, usually 30 minutes after I sit down, then the whole group will take turns one at a time, rotating through the empty seat next to me, repeatedly asking me the same questions over and over again. I deflect one, then the next one sits down. They even all use the same opening line between them all as if they all read the same briefing material. I mean, really, holy shit. So she's saying that foreign agents are being sent, and this is a town where a whole bunch of people work on the military bases and the, secret research facilities related to space engineering. And they're sending foreign agents in to try and befriend them using social engineerings. She says, it used to be noticeable, but much more subtle. They've been pulling out this much more aggressive good cop, bad cop strategy lately. God, it's annoying. One of them aggressively trolls and insults me for no particular reason. Then his buddy grabs my hand to apologize for his asshole friend and then asks me if I'd like to go somewhere else to talk about it. Fuck no, I'm not walking out the parking lot with any of you right now. Stop asking me. You can all just F right off. What the hell's going on here? I'd say the profiling has been much more detailed as well lately. They've been taking on character avatars, which they think I'm likely to trust, like sitting down next to me and claiming to be DIA, as if any DIA personnel would just casually introduce themselves like that in public. Please, damn, it's so aggressive and annoying. The Huntsville social scene has always been kind of like that to some extent, but it's totally unreal at the moment. Then she says the Israelis, though, holy shit, I personally think they've been playing both sides between the US and Russia. I recently went to the dentist for my routine cleaning and exam. The hygienist pulled up my dental insurance information to see how often I had dental x-rays covered. She asked how I liked my job at some company that I'd never heard of. I was like, what? Then she showed me the information on the computer screen. My dental insurance company had my employer listed as an Israeli technology company at the Mamat Technology Center in Haifa, Israel. What the fuck? I do not see how that information could be entered into my records by some type of routine accidental typo. Seems like someone in Israel has been recently requesting my dental records and they faked an employer address for me in Israel to do it. Jesus, that's just absurd. I can only think of a handful of reasons for foreign nation states to social engineer their way into obtaining my dental records, and none of them are good. That's so scary. She said, this happened with my dentist thinking that I was employed at some technology center in Haifa, Israel. I left and immediately texted a friend about it. I was like, I have become pretty desensitized to a wide variety of fucking absurd espionage bullshit. However, my dentist having records of me being employed in Israel is a little too absurd, even by my standards. I've got to admit, I've seen a whole lot of crazy nation state shit, but I definitely did not see that one coming. This was like 3-4 weeks ago, and I have no clue how long ago that information was added to my records, though. And she said, my dental records having my employer listed as some random company in Israel did at least trigger me to rewind and think more in depth about other times that spooky fucks have seemingly had access to my detailed diagnostics or other medical records. And I guess I had sort of underestimated how many other examples there were of this, because it's all been sort of a weird blur of pretty extreme crazy shit over the past few years. But in retrospect, it's happened a few times now, connected to Israel in the past as well. Like, I met some guy for the first time and he totally intel bombed the fuck out of me. I don't know, some guy twice my age who told me that a bunch of people have been watching me for a very long time and that he'd been personally aware of my surveillance data for many years. He quoted me a bunch of obscure shit from my life just to prove it, even including obscure facts from my childhood. He quoted my dad's entire NASA resume to my face and even included my dad's unpublished work over several decades. He basically intel bombed the fuck out of me just to get my attention and then issued me a 6-month ultimatum that I had better publish our shit within that time span or his group would engage Plan B and would publish all of our surveilled work out from under us under a different name and would patent it all to take all the intellectual property rights from us. He then described to me how our prototypes worked in great detail just to prove that he actually had the surveillance. Then he ended it by telling me that I had something between my L3 and L4 vertebrae and I needed to have it checked out. I didn't know whether to believe him or not, other than, of course, he was correct about the intel he quoted me. The only thing I wasn't sure about was whether he was right about something between my L3 and L4, but I did request my old MRI records shortly after that encounter, and there actually was something between my L3 and L4. It was in the original radiology notes that you can get by requesting the records. My doctor had actually never mentioned it to me, but he was right. It was there, exactly where he said it would be. He was an Israeli. When I background checked him, he had multiple vice president positions at multiple shell companies owned by George Soros. And all of those companies shared the same street address as the office for the Soros Fund Management Office in New York, even down to the same suite number. And this fucking Israeli Soros guy did in fact know things from my radiology records that had never been mentioned to me. Just like my dental x-rays have apparently been pretty recently requested by some company address listed in my records as my employer in Israel. Holy fuck. I don't know what to make of any of that other than it all seems pretty absurd. Like, I actually try and live a pretty normal life as much as I can. I really don't go into my routine dental appointments expecting to find that I have an Israeli employer documented in my records. It's just absurd. Of course, that 6-month ultimatum he gave me, paired with that absolutely massive intel bomb that he dropped on me to prove it was in fact what eventually led to our work being published as a NASA technical memorandum last year. We wrote and published that paper directly, basically as a result of this guy quoting to my face a bunch of obscure shit about my life, including my accurate notes from my spinal MRIs, and telling me that we could publish it within 6 months or lose it. That was actually how that paper got published. Why are there now multiple data points for Israel being all up in my medical records, even down to my dentist? What the fuck? I just don't know anymore, and I kind of hate it. She says, the public approaches, though, oh my God, it's just totally crazy shit. Like, I swear to God, I should maybe just retire from science altogether and start writing spy thriller novels about my real experiences. He said, oh, by the way, if you see any report that I offed myself, I most definitely did not. If you see any report that I OD'd myself, I most definitely did not. If you see any report that I killed anyone else, I most definitely did not. Just like Bishop most definitely did not kill Maria and Gopi. And Adriel, just like McLandis, sure as F didn't blow his own head off with a shotgun. The dominoes are being lined up all over now. Again, oh my God. So now there's more messages from May the 17th. She said, it's like, God, I mean, I've recently heard confirmation that there were new GRU units that have been running around town since shortly before that Ukraine thing and causing mayhem. But I really didn't need any confirmation of that because they had already burnt the shit out of my skin with 2nd-degree burns and freaking melted the window blinds to do it in early February, which I have many pictures of. I pretty much always see this type of shit well before anyone else mentions it. I could have told anyone that there were obviously new units in town if anyone had asked me. And I could have described their recent tactics in great detail well before anyone else knew, because I pretty much always get hit by the shittest first wave of everything. But this new thing they've been doing is the creepiest shit I've ever seen, and that's saying a lot when considering what I've seen. It's a shitload of anonymous messages offering advice on how to off myself at night while I'm in bed by myself, phrased as these crazy creepy rhymes like, take your pills and OD, this will go away. Take your pills and OD, it will be okay. Like effing creepy nursery rhymes about how to do myself. God damn it, it's the creepiest shit ever. It progressed from creepy rhyming advice on how to do myself to obviously morphing into other crazy messages that were clearly trying to lure me out of the house at night. Like, I'm right out here, come out the front door and open it. Walk past the pool, I'm in the barn, come out to the barn and find me. Creepy ass shit, creepiest shit ever. I've lived through some fucking crazy Mossad level psyops. I've had my detailed medical records quoted to my face. This new shit is the creepiest shit ever. Like, what would I fucking find if I was stupid enough to walk out to our barn in the middle of the night just because some anonymous asshole asked me to? F no, I'm not going out there. Stop asking. And asking me to come out to the barn, how the cameras are currently set up, you'd see footage of me walking out to the barn by myself, and you would not see anyone approaching the barn from the back. There would just be footage of me walking out there by myself on the cameras, and then maybe my parents would find me hanging from the rafters in the morning. Goddamn, I'm not going out there no matter how many times you could send me messages baiting me to. It's the creepiest shit I've ever experienced. It's totally surpassed all of the previous insane creepy shit I've ever seen. No, I'm not going to take all my pills and OD myself no matter how many creepy rhyming messages you send me asking me to, and I'm also not going to walk outside to the barn at night to come to you. Effing stop asking me to. God damn it. I don't know, maybe the groundwork is there to frame a self-deletion. Just ask McClandish. Oh wait, you can't, he's dead, of a supposed self-deletion. He was emailing me shortly before he died. We had both independently come to a lot of the same conclusions. Then he was dead. I would love to know if he was being creepily taunted to off himself before then, because it seems familiar. Same. They try to get them to do themselves first and then only murder them if they don't. That is so scary. And then she goes on, she says, I don't know, it was creepy enough for me to tell several other people, like, hey, if anyone reports that I did myself in, I effing did not. Some of them were like, yeah, I know they did that to me too. Yeah, someone is absolutely trying to taunt you into doing it to yourself. It's real. Just don't do it, with pretty nuanced advice on how to navigate it. That's absurd. It's effing disturbing that I can report this current thing to my inner circle of scientists in the US. And some of them are like, yeah, that happened to me. They're going to ask you to off yourself and taunt you for a while about it. Just don't do it. These guys are assholes. What the actual F? Who are these effing pricks? And how common is this exactly? What the hell? She goes on to say, after the past 3 days of this being relentless and almost constant, my current best guess is that some US-based contracting group has been hired to attempt to harass me to my death. My ex-CIA weapons guy on my team saw my hands when they were burned really badly a couple of months ago. He saw that window pane in person, and he said he had built things like that and that it was most likely an RF K-band emitter run by 5-car batteries strung together from inside an SUV. When I asked who would do something like that, and his honest answer was, I hate to tell you this, but it's most likely domestic, most likely a contractor who sees your IP as capable of eating their lunch. That seems like the worst case scenario to me. And then there's images of her burned hands at the keyboard, as we heard Ross Coulthard talking about. She's just got these like radiation burns all up her hands. She said there's probably a pretty short list of US contractors who would do something this dirty. They gave me Havana syndrome ahead of time just to make me think and tell people that it was Russia, maybe even. Now, if you follow this channel closely, I've done a few videos on the Havana syndrome. There's apparently this secret weapon used by the Russians. I think the Chinese have also used it. They used it a lot in Cuba, and they basically put these machines outside of buildings where they know American state workers are, and it basically gives them a sickness from outside the building. It transmits these radio waves that fucks up their brains. It's really, really bad. This is a real thing, okay? And they've tried to sweep that under the rug too. And she knows all about it, Havana syndrome. So she goes on to say, even just this evening, I received a message saying they were looking right at my best friend and that she was right in front of them. A little over an hour later, I received a text from her. She had just gone to dinner with a friend and made a point of making sure her car was locked because she was unaware of this stuff going on. She came back to her car to find it unlocked. Well, fuck. Said, like, don't mention it to anyone, though, because I don't know who's doing it yet. It's the creepiest shit ever, but it could literally be anyone doing it. I don't know who it is. I'm not trying to report anything officially right now. I just want a web of people who are fully aware that I did not off myself, because there is some protection to be had by multiple people knowing full well that I didn't off myself. I'm not effing walking outside in the dark, even if they send me anonymous messages taunting me to. I'm currently in a mode where I'm not going to be at home alone. If my parents leave the house, I leave the house. I'm not going to be alone. And she said, I think I might know why this particular thing is happening right now, but I still can't quite be sure because I'm not quite sure of who is doing it. It's just super creepy. The creepiest shit ever for me, which is saying a lot. It's just the same old shit, but like a times 100. I think it's maybe happening because I entered my next proposal and white paper writing phrase vert recently for various domestic agencies, and it's the best shit I've ever written. I think that's why now. Attempt to drive me crazy with endless shit and try and relentlessly talk me into offing myself or try and lure me outside before I send this newest shit to my colonel at DARPA or my program director at NASA. If they can successfully taunt me into offing myself tomorrow, my most recent best work ever would die with me, and I think that is why. But I can tell any of these agencies that I'm currently being aggressively taunted into offing myself right now, though, nope, I can't. It would immediately disqualify me from obtaining any new security clearance in future the moment that it gets reported, which is maybe actually the whole point of the exercise. Oh god. Taunt me into reporting something that gets me blacklisted from clearances. That might be the point that would achieve their goal. I don't want it to be reported. I just want the people closest to me to be able to vouch for this happening later if something were to happen. And then she's got more reports of this burns, and they look really severe there. So she says, goes on to say, I don't know, this is the 26th of May, I don't know, that's
That's
most likely
wild.
culprit according to both my ex-CIA guy and the retired general that I work with who ran counterterrorism for Stratcom. So they are coming from experience with these type of issues. They are familiar with the technical details of my work, and they personally know me. They both think that it's a private industrial source who has hired contractors to follow me around and harass me and have left a trail of breadcrumbs to make me think it's Russia. That's their assessment. It's really not good over here right now. She says, I explained the recent events to my ex-CIA weapons guy, whiteboard briefed him on my most recent work, and flipped him through my most recent technical notebook pages. He stared me down at one page for a long time, then looked back up at me and was like, well, this is definitely why. Makes perfect sense to me. Well worth the budget for the right entity. Then he told me not to let that notebook out of my sight because there's obviously a decent budget behind following me around to look for an opportunity to swipe it off a table. And I was like, yeah, no shit. I've only been screaming about this problem from the mountaintops and I've literally been begging for help for a good long while now. She said, it's pretty bad when the old spooks around you start getting pretty fucking spooked too. And then there's more images of the burns there, and that's it. So these claims have been going crazy on X and on Reddit. Everybody's talking about it. Okay, all of these leaked messages. This isn't r/conspiracy. I've just read you everything, so we don't need to go over that, but you've already seen the messages. It says, these are 14 pictures total. Make sure to expand. Okay. TLDR, a random Israeli company tried lying, saying she worked for them to get her dental records. A person approached her and told her everything about her life. They used an RFK band emitter DEW on her. If you see any report I offed myself, I most definitely did not. That is insane. That is actually insane. So it says, rumor on the grapevine. She was killed by US aerospace contractors for planning to leak verifiable information to Congress. Her research comes up a lot in the gravitational propulsion scene. It's wild how many accredited papers she's attached to and how many people refer to her work unknowingly. When Grush and Liu are talking about a US citizen within her programs being killed recently after the first UAP congressional hearing, they're referring to her in particular. She was scheduled to testify in front of Congress during the next UAP hearing, her name being withheld until the day of for her own safety. I know the last video of her drunk on camera doesn't leave a good first impression, but if you look into her actual body of work, where she worked and who she worked with, it's wild. She was at the very top of the civilian sector, and if she is to be believed, she was also knee-deep in dark projects. Her dad also works for NASA. What I'm wondering is if her dad's okay. People are saying he probably greenlit it. I couldn't possibly support those kind of theories. She was planning on coming forward with the anti-gravity technology. Her plan was to release all of her info simultaneously to new networks, but we all see how that went down. That is terrifying. There's also a video of her weirdly getting intimidated by some guy. Make sure you save these. Oh my God. Video not available anymore. Give me a break. Give me a break. That's crazy. What? So I think they're referring to this video that we've referred to previously where she's apparently giving a presentation and then somebody basically comes and asks her about, you know, how do you feel about people talking about this stuff going missing?
So what about the innovator who's afraid of disappearing?
That's a whole nother problem. I think doing it in the public is better in that case. But that's a different.
It still doesn't mean you will disappear. I mean, even if you do it in the public, it still don't mean that the inventor won't disappear. For a lot.
She's saying, oh, I'll do it in public. That's how I won't disappear. And then some guy's like, yeah, doing it in public doesn't mean you won't disappear.
It's like Ming Lee.
Like Ming Lee.
Do you anticipate that once you get your facility up and going and have some creative participation?
It's a little bit spooky, right? It's a little bit spooky. Okay, it says, is it me or does this conference look like it attracts loonies, like a UFO conference? Right after the smart ass makes the intimidation comment, some old dude asks about either in space or more weirdly, she says she believes it. That's not what I'd expect from a scientist. Okay. It says picture 8 is where I think she might have had a slight psychotic break. I'm not saying she wasn't killed. I'm thinking they might have succeeded in getting her to break by making her paranoid and discounting her reports. It says, are these diary entries or text exchanges with someone else? I don't think it matters. I'm just curious. I think it's text exchanges with Frank Milburn on Twitter. But we've only got her side of the messages. Okay. People are saying this is a good read, quite menacing. I'm going to look into this further. A wild read. Just people saying, what the F? People can't believe it. It is actually crazy. So after her death, she would actually be mentioned during a congressional hearing testimony. And apparently she was due to testify and she didn't make it. Okay. So this is posted. It says, I agree with Matt. Sunlight is the best disinfectant. Amy Eskridge was mentioned in the Congressional Archives last year. There are claims she was targeted by direct energy weapons or DEWs, aka Havana syndromes, by one of her friends and herself. It says below is the congressional transcript along with Amy's burns. Dr. Amy Eskridge, the 35-year-old scientist and co-founder of the Institute for Exotic Science in Huntsville, dies in Huntsville, Alabama. Retired UK intelligence officer Frank Milburn claims she was targeted with directed energy weapons and murdered by a private aerospace company in the US because she was involved in the UAP conversation and working on advanced propulsion. In 2020, Eskridge stated that she was planning to present novel foundational work regarding anti-gravity but needed approval from NASA. In 2018, Eskridge and her father, Richard, gave a talk on behalf of their company, Holocron Engineering, a gravity modification R&D company, in which they discuss historical and current means of anti-gravity experiments and modern black projects allegedly developing triangle anti-gravity craft like the TR-3B. Eskridge's colleague, Dick Reeves, was also involved in the Institute, and her brothers, Michael Eskridge and Matt Eskridge, were not. And so this is more pictures, basically, of her burns. She said, hit my whole upper body as well while I was typing on my computer, burned the crap out of my hands, looks like red gloves. I'm so pissed. Okay. So now everybody's waking up to what's going on now. Almost 3 years after her death in 2026, just today, Amy's co-founder, Samuel Reed, would actually make a public statement about her as well. Don't tell me it's gone. Don't tell me it's gone. Hang on. All right, well, fortunately, I've backed it up, and I do have the files here, okay? She said, I refrained from posting this for 4 years since my co-founder, Amy Eskridge, was killed. If I sent these texts to her before I died, I would expect her to disclose them to the world for the truth to be brought to light. I no longer fear their death threats. God bless your soul, Amy. And I've got all of these posts here backed up in very large messages, which I'm going to show you right now. So this is what was said, all right? So basically, it's a bunch of messages that she has sent him. So here it is. She said, FYI, I've been getting death threats every day repeatedly for the past week or so for my recent work. Like I finally crossed some line with my own independently developed theory and it got surveilled. It tipped me over onto some effed up kill lists. I left myself a voice note on my hacked phone about some super heaty shit that I figured out. And then the daily death threats immediately started rolling in on a daily basis. So she's saying she left herself a voice message about some really high level project she was working on. And that's when the death threat started because her phone was being monitored. So they intercepted a message to herself. She said, the past week has been absolutely horrible. I don't even know how to explain it. The most heinous death threats you can imagine. I've been telling people the closest to me over the past few days, I absolutely did not off myself no matter what you hear. I've told so many people over the past week that it's simply impossible to take them all out. God damn it. It was just everything Bob Lazar said in a technical sense in the Cornell and said, the Corbell documentary, it was exactly 100% backwards. Ooh, dear. The ether theory I have developed over the past year explains why Bob was 100% backwards and fully explains how the Evo that he talked about actually works. I was thinking about it and left myself a voice note about it on my phone while driving home. It got surveilled and now I'm dead meat. It's real bad. I got myself on a kill list by leaving myself a surveillable note on my own phone about the actual role of element 115 in the craft, according to my ether theory. Oh my God, I've never been so scared in my life. I did not off myself. Consulted with Bill.
I'm looking up
Holocron. I'm working with. They both agree.
And Stratcom, I'm looking up the government.
Stratcom?
That's it. The one she worked for, Stratcom. That's interesting. I never heard of them. I'm looking at them now. But Holocron, I think that's a dead end.
What are your thoughts on this so far?
Huh?
What are your thoughts on this so far?
It's wild. I'm listening as I look. Yeah, they definitely killed these people. They didn't just be. She said it. If I end up dead, I didn't kill myself. She's. If it's a closed investigation on her death, that's even more fishy.
No one cares. They said she blew her fucking head off.
I don't believe it because she said if I end up dead, I didn't do it.
And then they grabbed her and fucking probably grabbed her hand and made her fucking pull this fucking trigger on her own fucking brain.
Yeah. That's why the government could never be trusted.
If I was a sick fuck, right? Like imagine I went. It could happen to you too, technically. Like imagine somebody they'll go into their fucking home and they'll make you put it to your head and blow your fucking head off, or they'll just give you an option. It's like, okay, so you want your whole family, everybody around you to be tortured and hurt. Or would you just rather blow your head off right now?
Considering I don't have anything they could hold over me, I would be fighting back.
Good. Some people do, right? You're telling me you don't care about anybody?
What do you mean?
I'm saying there's nobody you care about.
Yeah,
They'll
but
use that. They'll use that against you, right? In a way.
maybe.
I know you don't have kids, right? I know you lost your mom. You know, like my mom did. But are you an only child?
Yeah.
So you don't have no brother or sister. You have a good friend?
Yeah, I
What
have
about
friends, but
for example, remember your roommate, the old guy? Did he pass away now?
yeah.
Fuck, man, I'm sorry to hear that. But yeah, okay, so imagine like your roommate, some of you actually know something, and they're like, okay, Charles, like you're gonna shut the fuck up and do what we tell you, or we're gonna kill your goddamn roommate.
I'd be like, kill him.
Why?
Because he's already dead.
Okay, well, let's say he wasn't dead.
That the threats are not coming from any government threats. They're most likely coming from a private entity with a whole lot of cash that is hired with some domestic mercenary goons to harass me to death. It's like the American version of the Wagner Group is on my ass right now for it real bad. This is insane. There's a couple more messages I want to show you. So he said, have spread this message to many people, most likely the same assholes who have effed you over real hard many times for years now. Not Russia, not China, not USG. Most likely US domestic contractors have been messing with us all this whole time. Probably the same people who effed you up in Hawaii, more motivated by whether your or my IP eats their lunch for multi-billion-dollar contracts versus being motivated by national security concerns. So she's basically saying she's discovered technology that's so good that the private companies are going to lose money, and they care more about their profits and their billion-dollar profits, getting her out the way to protect that, than the national security benefits of this technology actually going to the government up the chain. He said, pretty sure most of this shit this whole time that we've dealt with has been driven by private money from contractors. God damn it, it's bad. How do you call the FBI and get them to investigate Lockheed or Northrop or Blackwater? You can't. Bad. It would be better for us if it was Russia this whole time, but it wasn't Russia. The contractors, God damn it, not good. I did not off myself no matter what you hear. And this is the last message I'm going to show you right now. She said, Bob had it. McCandlish's fatal mistake was that he didn't tell anyone that he was under threat. Bob is alive because he told effing everyone. I did not off myself. I did not shoot myself in the head with my own firearm. That's crazy that she's saying that. That is crazy because that's what happened. It says, I did not overdose on my prescription meds. I didn't drive off a cliff, like even all the way back to the pain raise that we have both experienced for a while now. Oh my God, not a foreign nation state and not USG. The contractors, private contractors hiring other private contractors to pain ray and or harass you to death, not for national security concerns, but to eliminate or disable potential competition for their multi-billion-dollar contracts. All this harassment we've experienced is just about the money, not a very good scenario. That is wild to read that she would actually say that. So even 2 years before her death, in this rather iconic interview, she would talk about many instances of people even breaking into her home.
Before they kill you too. And I have people digging through my panty drawer, breaking into my apartment, digging through my panty drawer so that I notice. Like, I have crazy fucking threats going on right now. And it's stressing me out. It's stressing me out, dude. I'm stressed.
Jeremy, we saw it in real life. We went down to the to a Walmart Supercenter, and Amy had in her mind to go get this the nicotine patches. She actually mentioned it to me at the apartment. And
I know they are.
Jeremy, Amy plans on coming down for the Alzafen experiment. Can you have those cameras on hand to give her physically? I don't know if they're checking the mail. They're definitely.
So I was living in an apartment with my ex-boyfriend for 6 months, right? I moved back home with my parents because of this shit. Because people kept breaking into our apartment, and they would only do it when we were gone together in the same vehicle. Like he and I would leave in the same vehicle, and then we would come back together. The first time we noticed the break-in, we came home and there was a micro USB charger plugged into the wall, left there, cut in half with a knife, with the wire exposed on, and like both halves, like half of it is plugged into the wall and half of it is just sitting on the counter, and it's cut in half with a knife. What the fuck? The second time we noticed someone had been in the apartment is really fucking weird, because the night previous, it was like in the summer, and he had opened the bedroom window, the master bedroom window, to let the breeze in because he was hot. And I said, you know what? I'm really cold. Can you please, we were going to bed. I was like, I'm really cold. Can you please close the window? Because I feel the breeze. It's making me cold. And he said, yeah, I'll close it. And he pretended to close it, but he didn't. And the next morning I noticed the window's still open. Motherfucker lied to me. He said that he closed the window, but he didn't. But at that point it was hot. So I left it open and I left. He was gone to work. I noticed the window was still open. I go to work, I leave it open. I come back like an hour later and the window is closed. Like somebody witnessed that interaction, that I asked him to close the window and he didn't. He lied to me. He said he closed it. He didn't. I noticed it was open the next morning. I left without closing it. I came back. Before he came back, the window was closed because somebody was like, I'm going to close this window for this girl. She asked him to close it. He lied. He didn't. I'm going to go close it right now. It wasn't him. He was at work. The third time we noticed someone had broken in, he plugged in a pair of Bluetooth headphones to charge into a micro USB right as we left. We go to the bar. It's like a Sunday afternoon. We go to the bar and we work for a while together in one car. We come back. The headphones are unplugged. They're exactly where we left them. He plugged them in at 36% battery. We left. We come back. They're unplugged. They're at 36% battery, which means someone unplugged them almost immediately after we left. And so I'm like, that's weird. What are they dicking with the headphones for? I walk into our bedroom and my panty drawer has been dug through and there are pairs thrown on the floor so that I will notice that my panty drawer has been dug through. And I'm like, I'm pissed now.
They're not panties that you wore, right?
No, like they dug through the drawer. Like every girl has impractical panties that she gets for like bridal showers, birthdays, bachelorette parties. You never wear them. They're in the bottom of your panty drawer. You forget about them. They dug through my panty drawer and they pulled out the impractical ones. They pulled out the impractical ones I never wear and they threw them on the floor so I would notice. And I was like, I'm fucking pissed now. No, dude, it's fucking real. They have touched my panties. It's fucking real.
No, but they're not doing it because they're not doing it for that reason. They're doing it to
So look, this is super spooky. Now, I just want to point this out, okay? These messages that she's talking about, that she would never want to hurt herself and that she's being followed, that was on May the 3rd. Now, she was dead a month later.
Yeah,
okay? She passed away on
I
June
just
the
seen
11th,
that
2022.
picture.
It was
When I looked her up.
just over of like within a few days of not even a few days, because some of these she's talking about all of this right into the end of May, right? So when's the last message that she posted? The last message she posted about this was on the 26th of May. So that's less than a month after she's talking about all this stuff, and she's dead on June the 11th. Okay. It is super spooky, super bizarre, and I'm just not buying the official story on this one. So I'm going to dig deeper into this thing. There's a lot of people investigating this right now on all of the different communities related to UFOs, space technology, disclosure, all of those kinds of things. And people are saying that Trump's actually going to release the files. Now, she thinks that it was a private military contractor with a financial interest in her technology not reaching the mainstream that took her out. But I really don't know at this point. Could be the government, could be a foreign government, could be them aliens. Some people even think that. Okay, but look, I'm going to keep digging into it. This is super bizarre. It's super spooky, and we're not going to stop till we get to the bottom of it. Okay, so I'll catch you guys in the next video if I hear more. But for now, I'm out, gang. Peace.
Well, that was very interesting. What did y'all think in the chat? I've been looking up Stratcom. I'm about to look into Stratcom. Stratcom. Let me drop the link, see if anyone wants to come up. Yeah, I couldn't believe it was 30 degrees this morning. Winter's back. One day we're going to get a foot of snow in fucking August or July, watch. Now, what if these data centers aren't all data centers? What if they're making stronger power grids? What if there's ways to fuck with the weather in these towers? You can make them stronger. You know, like, because Jason made a good point, and I've thought that too. What do they need all these data centers for? How much data they expect to hold, you know? Man, I don't know what goes through these people's minds. Like, they have no respect for Mother Earth, and to buy up farmland to put a fucking data center, to me, just don't make sense. But that's what Mr. Microsoft's doing. Bill from the gates of hell. That guy is a piece of shit. I would love to accidentally elbow him in his fucking eye. Like I said, these people walk with security. Not because they got a lot of money, because they're fucking hated. And even if they do have a lot of money, a person accepted and loved by the people won't do anything to somebody. But considering they're pieces of shit and scum, yeah, probably people would kidnap them and demand money because they're scumbags. Free Luigi, man. That dude's a warrior. You know, he did the world a favor by getting rid of some scum. Jay Hines said, "This is why I think people are stupid. Women put cameras to see if their husband are cheating. But when there is a situation like this, they do nothing." What do you mean? Shit. Suspicion is the new crime. I just thought of that because Jay Hyten was saying people want the what if. That's what cops be like, well, I don't know what you're going to do. You could go up the street and do this, or you can do that. I don't know, right? This is how cops are starting to police now. And it's wild to me. It's also wild when I see people say, "Get me the sergeant," and I'm thinking, why? Like, you're gonna, okay, get the sergeant. You know, you're gonna get the fucking top idiot. People gotta understand that the sergeant is the one who taught the people below him. So you went from scum to bigger scum. But all this shit, like back in the days, man, when I was growing up, there was no 180 million traffic laws. There was no fucking plate scanners and like all this nonsense, man. You can't even drive down the street. You know, I don't ever want to hear the word freedom again, man. I'm about to fucking create an army, man. An army so fucking big. That's my goal. The shit fucking. So they're knocking. They're already knocking at people's doors. Fuck. It's almost super too late, but I still don't give up. Fucking. Man, 2020 was the year we were supposed to stick it to them, man. That was the time. I was like, it's not funny, but I gotta laugh. I was so disappointed that year. People were like, man, I ain't taking that vaccination. Fuck that. Next day in line. I ain't taking that vaccination. Fuck the government. Next morning, sir, you got to take that vaccination or you're going to lose your job. All right, I'll go do it. I would have told the boss, you can keep your job and you could take my vaccination too, if it's that important. The sad part is all the people that suffered from them vaccinations, like, and the second sad part is none of those people will ever be held accountable. These people get away with it all. And I hate to say it, but no courts or law enforcement is ever going to hold these people accountable. We're going to have to go old school. Or I'm not going to say we. The best way to do anything would be go old school. And man, I think about 15-minute cities on cameras. These devices got listening things and cameras, and they're slowly making it so you can't alter the device. You can't take the battery out. These phones, I heard even if you turn the phone off, they could still get in and listen and just so many things, man. All these TVs got cameras. Look at refrigerators, stoves, all hooked up to the internet. Like, yo, we just slowly accepted the biggest prison ever, man. They put cameras up everywhere. Nobody said nothing. They shut the world down and said, go get some poison. Nobody said shit, really. I ain't going to say no one because we were speaking out. But people, you know, people were getting shut down left and right. We tried. You know, YouTube was shutting me down every fucking other week. But I don't know. I was thinking this morning, I feel defeated, man. I feel like it's over. That's how I was feeling this morning. I'm like, we're done, man. There's nothing we can do. There's data centers going up everywhere. They're already polluting everything. It's over, man. There's no warriors, man. Let me not say there is, but we're way outnumbered. And, you know, when 2020 came, I thought the militias were going to get together. I thought fucking, you know, that was our ticket. Crickets, no militias. You know, all these people that were squawking and talking was silent. And I was just like, damn. It was such a letdown. And now, 6 years later, we're super fucked, man. We're super fucked. Fuck this place. Yep, we're fucked. Because once the water's polluted, there's no turning back, man. That shit is gonna have metals in it. I'm gonna do more digging on these chemicals because there's well over 15,000 data centers already, probably way more than that. And if these huge data centers are plugging into people's drinking water, it's over, man. No wonder people are getting sick. And I have a strong feeling here where I live, it's already polluting our drinking water. That's why people are getting sick. I wasn't the only one who was throwing up after drinking some tap water. My neighbor was very sick. Other people are complaining about being sick. I got to get a water tester. I can almost guarantee that this tap water is loaded with metals. What's up, Wayne, Tammy? Minta Kazoo. Ahoy. Fuck a revolution. We need a miracle. Yep. We got too many Zionist scumbags running shit. You know, all these Zionist people, if there's Zionist Jews in your area, they have no love or benefits for America. Their whole plan is to destroy this country, man. It's been their plan. And I personally think all the politicians now are all Zionists. All of them. They're all on board. And that's dangerous. And then what's more dangerous is these Zionist shitbags got the police and military backing them. But hey, we all bleed the same. We all bleed the same. You know, if these people want to be domestic terrorists, they could eat some lead too. Because they could wear vests all they want. I aim for the fucking dome piece. Bing bong! I'll ring their doorbell real quick. I'll put a hole between both their ears. Light up their dome like Uncle Fester. Remember Uncle Fester? He had that light bulb over his head. A miracle? That's a good one. You forgot the I on the other one, but yeah, a miracle. Yeah, we need a fucking miracle. You know, people say things about Richie from Boston and stuff, but a lot of his message and, you know, regardless that he's a Christian or not, I still respect his message. And he's definitely a warrior. And the stuff he was saying yesterday, I felt his whole message because I felt the same way about 2020 when it came. I was just in shock. How people, even so-called truth channels on YouTube in 2020 were selling masks. They were telling people to stay home. I was just like, yo. If the TV told them to shove a vaccine up their ass, they probably would have done that too. But hey. See, I don't think they'll try that again, but they're gonna try something else. Like a 9/11 times 10, like that fucking broad said. I forgot her name. Yep, but it's gonna have to do with a lockdown and making people register digitally. Like dude from Iran said, man, the West, Babylon's gonna fall, man, and that's including Europe. That's the West too. And I hope it does. I hope it falls, and I hope all them politician choma motherfuckers burn with it. You know, they better hope. I look at it like this. If the system collapses, I already know what I'm doing. The second that shit collapses, these politicians better have a super way to exit. I wonder how deep these underground bases are. What do you think? 5-6 miles? Damn, I need some herb, man. I tried to get some herb this morning. That was a failure. The herb man ain't around. It's 4:22. I need the smizzo. Yeah, those things was wild, man. Those sticks, people were shoving them things to the back of their throat. It didn't even make sense to me. Why don't they just open the mouth and do it? Like, I knew something wasn't right about that. And I was like, I ain't putting that shit up my nose. No fucking way. I had went to the hospital for something in 2020, and when I got there, they were trying to convince me to take. The doctor was like, they basically wouldn't see me because I wouldn't take it. I was shocked. They told me we ain't gonna because the doctor was some Indian guy, and he was like, I took mine, and he's like, I'm fine, and I was like, that's nice. No, I'm good. And they wouldn't. The hospital booted me out. But yeah, I'll never forget that Indian doctor. He trying his best to convince me to take it. And he said he took it. In my mind, I was like, you're an idiot. But I bet you he didn't. These doctors ain't stupid. Well, maybe some are. Here, guys, I'll give you a cheeseburger if you take the vaccination. People are like, woohoo, a cheeseburger. Oh, I know there's cities underground. I want to find the entrances to get. That's what I want to do. Find these underground facilities, man, these underground cities. And they have underground farms, too, according to one of these military guys who allegedly had clearance. Some of these whistleblowers, I wonder, man, like, they're definitely got a green light to speak on things that probably are lies. If these scientists are going missing or allegedly offing themselves when we know they're not, but this whistleblower said they have underground farms that go for miles and they grow the best of the best food. And I believe them. And I think they also have healing centers down there too. By frequency, they have oscillators that reset your body to the proper frequency. And because I've been reading about these oscillators they used to have, and yep, It resets your frequency to the body and kills all. When you do that, the frequency kills all, I don't know what to call it, bad stuff, I guess, like bad cells and all that good stuff. I just seen a video of a lady in Japan. She was 70-something years old, and she was running full court basketball. She was so in shape, and I'm thinking, man, only in America people die of fucking cancer in their 30s, drinking cups of fluoride, fucking eating pesticides. Like, they're just completely fucking us over. I'm tired of it. Talking don't work, you know, and compromising with these politicians ain't gonna work either. Yeah, that court case started for the Charlie Kirk bullshit. This stuff is crazy, this Stratcom stuff. Space-based surveillance system. No. We're gonna survey your fucking home, bitch boy. Then we're gonna read your emails. Your phone calls will be recorded. There ain't no freedom here, motherfucker. You are fucked. How do you like that, fucker? Yeah, how the fuck do you like that? You motherfucker. Alright, what's this? Space Command. What's up, Craig?
Hey, Chuck, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh man, I subscribe to Tommy Rogers.
Yeah, he has a good channel.
I subscribed like 3 days ago, and I love his he's got different perspectives.
Yeah.
I mean, props to him.
Yeah, he's putting out some good information on those videos. Especially my favorite video he put out, excuse me, is about the Pilgrim Society, and they're the ones who are basically, I was gonna say control, but they're the ones who are pretty much, I might as well say control, or bought up all the silver and gold. I used to watch that show on I think it was the Discovery Channel, back when cable was cable, before the internet took over, and now cable most likely don't even exist anymore. They used to have that show Gold Rush or Gold something with the they would
fake
challenge.
Discovery Channel with the Gold Rush with the Parker Schnabel or whatever the hell his name is.
Yeah, remember they had the same type of show with the trees too, where they had different groups of companies, and they would challenge each other to see who would cut the most trees down the fastest, or whatever. They did the same thing with gold. And they had that truckers, Alaskan truckers, and all that, them type of shows. But I used to wonder, I used to sit there and be like, I'd watch their machinery and just be like, yo, that machinery is costing at least 80 million or whatever, crazy prices. And I would think, who the fuck is these guys loans to buy that equipment? I don't believe any guy is going to get a loan for that much. Those machines are very, very expensive.
I don't know, Chuck, but the thing that's killing me is the people like us that are figuring shit out. Every day we figure more and more stuff out, but the rest of the world is still retarded.
Yeah.
And we're just watching it, and we're just like, what the hell is going on here? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I wonder that too. Like, how do we see through this and figure it out, but other people seem to be like in a hypnosis or under some sort of retardation.
Exactly. If it hurts, it's painful.
It's like, what's wrong with people? What happened to them? What the fuck is going on? The rest of the world just seems to be like zombies.
Yeah.
You know, you try to tell them stuff, and they're like, they give you the fluoridation look.
They're still trying to get their Dodge Challenger to show you that they're legit. Look at my Challenger, I'm fucking cool.
Or you know, these new Tesla cars too. You know, you could tell them, yo, why you want a Tesla car? You know, them things are gonna repo themselves, they're tracked, they're listening to everything you do. I would rather have me an 80 fucking something Buick Regal that doesn't have all that tech in it. I could open and close my door. It won't repo me or lock me in my car. It ain't tracking everywhere I'm going. But people are sucking up them Tesla cars, boy, everywhere. All these newer cars.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
These self-driving cars. What are people lazy? They can't drive anymore?
And they're like sitting there looking at everybody else. Yeah, I'm legit. I got it. I'm the shit. Fuck you, loser peasants.
Yeah, we're fucked, man. They're putting these data centers up so fast, it's unbelievable. We're fucked. There's going to be just, I give it within another 10 years, and all the reservoirs and drinking water is going to be filled with metals and pollutants, and this whole country is going to be fucked. It's just going to be a cesspool of garbage and poison, and people are going to be like, oh, I guess they were right. Just like the vaccinations, we were right. You know, a lot of other things. Sometimes I get tired of being right. I just want to be wrong.
I thought around 2020, I thought everybody would figure it out.
Me too. I thought for sure people were going to come together, but it was the opposite.
I was sitting there like, this is great. Fantastic. Everybody, shit's going to come to a head. Everything's cool, sweet. They're going to get it. Yeah. Nope. They're just a bunch of fucking fools. And now we're running off in the future. And people like you and me, we're figuring out more and more. But everybody else, they already know this shit because they're fucking retarded and can't think for themselves. They know everything. So they're never going to figure a goddamn thing out. Never. And we got to put up with that shit.
I watched a video the other day of so this lady was going around asking Trump supporters. Now, I don't know if she purposely interviewed people that only, like, there was a few morons that said Trump's doing exactly what he said he was going to do. I was shocked. I was like, what?
No, the Trump supporters picked a team, man. They don't give a fuck what he does.
It's some of them. A lot of them.
Their head is so far up their fucking ass.
And yeah, a lot of them admit though that they're like, fuck Trump now, but it's too late. I'm like, yeah, fuck him is right, but what is that gonna do now? It's like too late. I don't know. I certainly don't have all the answers, but I have a couple answers. You know, I definitely know we need a revolution ASAP.
Oh, yeah. We need to do January 6th right.
Man. I'd rather die than live on my knees, man, for real.
We need to do January 6th right and kill all them motherfuckers. Fuck them.
We need a fucking what? Like I said earlier, when 2020 happened, I thought the militias were gonna come out. People were, and I'm waiting, and everyone stayed in the house. You know, people wouldn't open their businesses. Oh, I can't open it. The government said we can't. Right? Like what? You know, in the 90s, people didn't stay in the house because it snowed 3 inches and wouldn't open their businesses. Nowadays, if the news says you can't, you know, they'd be like, oh, I don't see anyone driving when it snows anymore. Like everyone is just not listening to what the TV tells them to do. When I was in the 90s, people opened their stores when they wanted. If the TV told them not to open, they wouldn't listen. It's a whole new, I don't know. Things have changed a lot, and not for the good either. When we had the snowstorm this winter, we got only 2 feet, which is nothing. I mean, it's something, but it's really nothing. And I couldn't believe how I remember growing up in the 90s, man. I don't want to say growing up because I grew up in the 80s, but my teenage years in the 90s, The plows would be plowing all night, keeping the roads clean. And now I've noticed in the last 10 years, the plows don't do that no more. They plow, the main roads, but the side roads, they don't plow no more. Just a little bit. I don't know if they're not paying the city to do it no more, or maybe because the politicians are stealing all our money, they don't have money to pay them. So I don't know what the fuck's going on, but they closed the state for 2 feet of snow. They closed Connecticut down on this winter. I was shocked. I was like, wow, man. The government is just doing what they want now because they know people ain't going to do shit. So after 2020, it was like a green light. We basically told the government, we're gonna comply whatever you say, and now the government's like, we'll do what we want. Look at the Artemis moon mission. They purposely put out the most flagrant, shitty, fake pictures, just to show people. I think they're doing it sloppy on purpose, just to.
They show people, and people they still don't get it.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
They're doing that on purpose, just to show people we're fucking you over, and we're still gonna get 70 million a day. Ha ha. That's what NASA did. I hear that little Bart Simpson guy. Ha ha. That's.
Yeah. I've been over that Connecticut River 15 times, and it's so dark. It's barely blue. It's so dark.
It's
and
grim.
It's what the hell is this?
It's grim. Trust me. Especially when it floods too. Oh man. I went one time I was on the Connecticut River with jet skis, and I had cut my foot so bad in the Connecticut River on a broken bottle. Man.
I'm glad you lived.
Yeah, I was scared, that dirty ass water. I'm like, fuck. But yeah, that water is nasty, man. I can remember as a child, I was in Camp Total Wreck. That was the name of it. And we used to go to the Long Island Sound Beach, Hammonasset State Park. And so many times that place was closed down because of medical waste. I don't know if it was dumped in the Connecticut River and it flows down, and there's needles and all this medical waste. They would always close down the fucking beach because of it. Just so many things. That Connecticut River, it's got high levels of mercury. And I think it's because of the floods and all the factories. I have pictures somewhere of these floods in the 1920s and 30s. It's terrible. Look at you ever looked into what's the name of that factory? Damn, they do the Teflon coating. DuPont.
DuPont?
Yeah, and what they've done to the Ohio River, dumping C8 in there, and how people upstream are getting cancer. If people upstream are getting cancer, that's insane, because the water is not going; it's flowing the opposite way. Man, yeah, DuPont. A lot of their workers. One guy had colon cancer. They took his whole colon out. He lost his testicles and his penis. The dude was losing his life, but he fought to hang in there. A lot of workers that worked there were poisoned and got cancer. And And the guy who rented the land to DuPont was dumping the chemicals into the water, and it killed the guy who rented the land to him, and his entire farm died. All the cows, all the chickens, all his animals, their teeth were falling out, their gums were turning black. Yeah, they were fucking. And what, DuPont's free. No one went to prison. They murdered a lot of people by poisoning the water, and nothing. They're
So
free.
this dude lost his testicles and his penis, and was
Yeah.
like, "Yay, thanks. I appreciate you." What?
No, I think they were suing DuPont. I was reading about this on the internet. They were suing DuPont, but a lot of them ended up dying before the settlement even happened.
Yeah.
Because they were prolonging it. These billion trillionaires at DuPont didn't want to pay these people. They got sick. And they have trillions and billions of dollars. They couldn't pay these poor people. They kept prolonging it on purpose. That's
You're
fucked
talking
up.
about some Aaron Brockovich kind of shit.
It's fucking insane, man. I hate these people, man. I do. I try to let things go, but I have passionate hate for the fucking government and these CEOs who are poisoning our land. I fucking hate them. You know, Johnson & Johnson, you know, who killed my mother and plenty of other people. I hate those motherfuckers too.
Yeah. I remember when my mom was dying, and geez, she was praying like a son of a bitch, and holy cow, she was scared of it. She was scared to go.
I don't blame her.
And I was like, don't worry, you got this one, man. You got it. Everything's all right. Of course, that's a bunch of bullshit, but I was like, you got this.
What did she pass away from?
She had some kind of cancer or something.
Yeah, I read about that, Jay Heighton, that the cops, that some of these militias are government funded. I thought the militia was the people at first until I started reading. But I think there are militias that are the people. But yeah, I know what you're saying. And fuck the cops too.
Yeah.
Fuck
the cops, man.
Not certain cops, every last one, from the FBI to the DEA to the fucking fuck all of them.
Well, yeah, they just want to fuck you over.
Yep.
They love destroying you. They love just destroying you for whatever. Make them pay.
Cops never do anything good. They're always making something worse, no matter what it is. Like,
I remember I got a welfare
video where there was an accident on the highway, and the cop, the truck, I don't know, Brian from Here's the Deal played the video, and these two young men, I think they were 18 and 19, got into this little accident in their pickup, but they were fine. You know, they got out and they were waiting on the side of the highway for the ambulance and fire trucks and police to come. Well, what do you know? Motherfucking cop is doing 130 miles an hour. That's what it came to on his thing. The computer was reading, 120. And he's going to the scene. He's fucking doing 120 down the highway.
128.
He was going so fast. Yeah. He was going so fast that he hit the pickup. He didn't even have time to stop. That's how fast he was going. He came to the scene like this. He didn't even know it was there. He was going so fast. he hit the pickup, and the pickup hit the two young men on the side. After they just got in an accident, they were fine. They got out the truck. The fucking truck hit both the 18 and 19-year-old. I think they were brothers. And one is paralyzed from the neck down because that stupid fucking cop was doing 120 to the scene. Did he go to prison? Nope. He's probably got a job somewhere else.
He is fine. He's on the job.
Yeah, the cop was fine. He got out the car and everything. But the two young men that were standing on the side got hit by the truck that they just got out of and survived.
They got mangled.
Yeah. The one young boy was 18. He's paralyzed from the neck down. And the other guy, I forgot what happened. I think he died or he's hurt bad. But yeah. How about the guy, what was his name? The one that saved the cops. There was a gunman. And the cops were like all hiding, and some guy who could legally carry pulled up and killed the guy that was shooting at the police. So with his handgun, the guy had a rifle. So the guy who saved the police walks up to the guy he just shot and went to grab the rifle to pull it away from him. And the police shot and killed him after he just saved all the cops' life. Because he grabbed the rifle from the guy that was, I forgot the guy's name, man. Time and time again, man, the cops fuck everything up, man. How you gonna kill the man who just saved their life? Cops are dumb, man.
I can tell you my experience. About 15 years ago, I was working at a place and they did a welfare call because I wasn't there for 3 or 4 days, and I called in every day and somebody like erased my message or whatever. You know, they got like a call in, and these cops came to my house for a welfare call, and they saw in my car with their flashlights, they saw a doctor's note to go back to work like the next day and shit. Well, these fucking piece of shit cops came around the back door. They walked into the backyard of my house. They came around the back door, opened the door, and I was sitting on the couch, and I said, "What the fuck is wrong with you fucking assholes? What the fuck are you doing here?" "Well, we saw your note in the car. That wasn't enough? You're still coming in and intruding? What the fuck?" And my Rottweiler's like looking at him like, "I'm gonna fuck you up if you do something wrong." But these damn cops, they came around the back side of the house, walked in the back door like it was nothing. Like they own the place.
That's what they do, man. They stomp all over your rights.
Fucking assholes. What the fuck are you guys doing in here? What are you doing? Beat it. "Well, we saw your note in the car." No shit. Get the fuck out of here. I mean, they're so entitled. I mean, you got to be a different person to be a fucking cop. You got to be like a total piece of shit.
Yeah. You gotta have no IQ and be a yes man, no matter what.
I mean,
and not know right from wrong.
Why would you want to go over somebody's shit like that? Why would you want to get involved? I mean, what the hell is wrong with them? Right? I mean, what in the fuck is wrong with them? Do you want to fucking go through everybody's shit like that?
It blows my mind.
You're not like that, right? You're just you're a different fucking seed.
The guy's name was John Hurley, man, in Colorado. In 2021, in June, in Arvada, Colorado, bystander John Hurley was 40 years old, was fatally shot by police after he killed the gunman who had ambushed and murdered Officer Gordon Beasley. Hurley was hailed a hero for stopping the shooter, Ronald Troicki, with his own handgun before being shot by an officer arriving on the scene.
Yeah, I know
That's
the whole
wild
situation
shit,
you're
man.
talking about, man.
When I first heard that, I couldn't believe it. I heard it on Brian's channel. Here's the Deal, I think it was. And I went and researched it because my mind was blown away. I said, because I was in shock. I was like in shock, but then I wasn't surprised at the same time either that a stupid fucking cop would show up and shoot the guy who just saved all their lives, you know? That's how low IQ most of these cops are. They're fucking retarded. They're like robots. You ever watch these videos? Like, cops are so hungry to hurt people that they speed to the scene. Like, if they get a call that people are fighting, they'll do 100 miles an hour through traffic. They don't care. Just speeding. And then when they arrive on the scene, they jump out and they all want to just beat someone up, man. And that's how cops are worthless. We don't need cops. That's why we got the Second Amendment. If everyone was packing heat, people would be more cautious to start problems if everyone was packing heat.
You want to know the best thing about Brian's channel is you can watch it on mute and you'll still come to the same conclusions. He doesn't even need to talk. You know what I'm saying?
I love Brian's channels, man. His arguments are very good and put together. They're well put together. His arguments always, at least in my opinion, I don't want to make sense and he articulates everything very well, and he knows the laws, and his presentations are good too. And I love his sarcasm, man. His sarcasm is supreme.
Yeah. Yeah, but you can watch his channel on mute and you come to the same
I'm gonna
conclusion.
try that. I'm gonna try that one day.
It's kind of
he's
scary. It's like, holy shit, I agree with everything you were saying.
Yeah. And it's sad that his channel, he deserves, a bigger audience, but they're not going to give him a bigger audience because he's going against the Thin Blue Swine. I'm going to get a shirt that says the Thin Blue Swine. If people don't know what swine is, that's pork. Swine is pork. Like cops are pigs.
Well, I remember back in the 90s here in Mesa, Phoenix area, if you were on a bicycle, you were invisible to cops.
Yeah.
And nowadays, if you're on a bicycle, they're going to fuck you over, fucking think you're homeless. They're going to they're going to
you can't ride bikes here, Craig. You have to ride them in the street. If you're on the sidewalk, they're going to pull you over and ticket you.
And the Mesa police, they got this shit where they got fucking facial recognition and they fucking start shooting it at you. And they'll trespass you for fucking bullshit when they won't give you a chance to leave. They are such a bunch of fucking dickheads.
Yeah, cops are getting more and more like that.
These fucking Mormons, they want to do away with homelessness. And their way of fucking dealing with it is to put everybody in jail, lock them
Yeah,
away,
that's
get rid of
stupid.
them. Fuck everybody.
Why don't they stop sending all our tax money to fucking Ukraine and this place and Israel? Fuck Israel. Israel could go suck a dick. You know, fuck them Zionist scumbags. And we need our tax money to uplift our country. We need to get rid of all these politicians, all these Zionist cocksuckers, so we can build our country up, man. These people are burying our country. Fuck these politicians.
They're not Zionists. They're fucking pedophilia fucking cocksuckers, man. Fuck them.
That too. Brian's from Here's the Deal. No, someone in the chat said, what Brian are you talking about? The one from Here's the Deal? He has a couple channels, but that's his main one. Here's the Deal. Yeah,
Disturbing
these
Illusion
people,
and
man,
High
they gotta
Impact
go.
Vlogs are his other two channels.
We need to get like 800 warriors together and just remember the Million Man March? That's what we need right now. We need a 12 million man march.
Well,
Police are
whenever you're ready to fucking do a real J6, man, I'm in. String them up, hang them, fuck them all.
That's, yeah, believe it or not, that's what I thought they were doing that for, was to confiscate stuff. But why would you confiscate laptops and then give them to the FBI? Like, what fucking idiot would do that? I wouldn't give shit to them. If I ran up in there and confiscated their laptops because I knew it had evidence, I'm not giving it to the FBI. What? You got to be a fucking idiot. These people aren't too bright, man. They're not the sharpest knife in the drawer.
Well, whatever happened to this Wiener guy that had all that CP on his fucking laptop?
That's what I'm saying.
They just fucking let it go, man. Everybody's like,
Same
oh
thing
yeah,
with,
that's great, mate.
Same thing with Epstein, man. You know?
Yeah.
You seen the speech that Trump's wife gave about Epstein?
Yeah. The thing about
She was
Epstein is there's other people. It's still going on. It's still happening. You know, they fucking find these young ladies. Come on, come to the island. Yeah, 15K. I mean, it's still going on. It's got to be. I mean, there's no void.
no void.
Yeah, he's gone, but fucking it's still happening, right?
Man, Trump did the biggest okey doke I've ever seen in political history. He literally slapped all his fucking voters in the fucking nuts in the face. He did the opposite of everything he said he was going to do. A lot of people voted for him for no war and to bring the prices down, and he fucked all them over.
Well, more than half of them still love his fucking stupid ass.
Netanyahu was like, we need you, Trump. And Trump was like, all right, Netanyahu, sucking his dick, yo. Fuck that Israeli piece of shit.
Yeah, Netanyahu needs to go the fuck back to Poland or whatever.
Fuck Netanyahu and fuck his fucking Noahide laws. He could shove them up his ass.
Oh, the no-hide laws. Oh, the fucking normies don't even know what the hell that is. They're fucking retarded. Oh, we gotta save the Jews. Save the Jews. Poor things. They're defenseless.
You know what's funny about that, Craig? Fucking people be like, we gotta help and save the Jews. Yeah. But then once that's done, how many people have helped the Jews? And what happens? They get stabbed in the back every fucking time. You know, every time people help these fucking Jews out, they end up stabbing or ripping people off. They're snakes. They started problems with the Germans. What happened? They get fucking stomped out of, and then they cry about it. Oh, the Germans are racist. You know, look what they did to us. But they started the fucking war.
Well, we need to squash the Jews like bugs, because they're fucking shitheads. Fuck them all.
Netanyahu is modern day Hitler. Hitler, I think, was a spy that shit on Germany. Him and anyway, just like what's that dude in Ukraine? I always forget his name.
Just remember, if you rape a child less than 3 years in one day, it's like sticking a stick in their fucking deal, and it's no big deal. That's the way the Jews think about it, right?
You're sick. I feel bad for the good Jewish people because there's different sections of Jews. You know, you got the Zionists who are radicalized, and that's Netanyahu's Jewish people. They're very radicalized, and they believe if you're not Jewish, you know, you guys all need to die. You're all goyim.
Well, I hope the Jews are like Christians, where like most of them are just stupid and they don't see it and they don't know.
I think that
Because
Judaism.
if they know what the hell that shit is with the fucking Talmud, if they know and they're complacent with it, what the fuck is wrong with them?
My opinion, Judaism is just as bad. Yeah, Zelensky. Yeah, he's a piece of shit, Zelensky. He's not even Ukraine. He's fucking a Jew. And, you know, it seems these Jews, they always find ways to conquer land and become the military leader or the leader of the land. Somehow, some way. You know, Zelensky is going to run Ukraine. He's a fucking Jew. Hitler, fucking Jew. Look what happened to Germany. Fucking, you know, America, same thing. The Jews bought out America. Everyone's milking that.
If
fucking
Hitler
cow.
would have won out, the Jews would have been on his side. I mean, the Jews, they're going with the winner.
You're right. The rabbi, one of these Jewish rabbis loved Hitler, man.
Yeah.
Look at what's his name right now? Fucking Netanyahu. He's just like Hitler, man. He's just like him. He wants to conquer the world. If the Zionist Jews, they're dangerous people, man.
I don't know. Politics are totally scary because nobody gives a fuck about politics. They're just trying to live. We're just trying to live here.
Same thing with the Muslim groups there. They have a very radicalized Muslim group too that is brewing up.
Well, they got their balls on them.
And they're starting to roll into Canada. They're rolling into the US. I'll kill me a motherfucker. Threaten my life.
I'm not too worried about them fucking Muslims, man. They're still fucking worshiping the same fake ass God as the fucking Christians. The made up bullshit.
The Jewish Christians, fucking Judaism. That's radicalized too. That's what Charlie Kirk, I think, was into. Judaism, Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah, all religion has people looking outside themselves for this God. You know, and all the answers are within self, man. You know, and their own book tells them that, but they overlook it. I don't subscribe. I'm not no religion.
The true God is really subtle, and it's almost nothing, but it's bigger than you can think. Right? The creator.
The energy, the source.
Yeah. He lets it all happen. They think fucking God is some fucking dipshit that couldn't fucking control a couple naked people from eating a goddamn apple. Fucking stupid idiots.
In the beginning, there was Adam and Eve, and Adam and Eve had Cain and Abel. And then Cain and Abel grew older, and then they went off to marry women, and I was like, bah! Wait a minute. Who are they trying to fool here? I thought Adam and Eve was the beginning of everything. Where did these women come from? I'll never forget that. I think I was like 8 years old. I was like, wait a minute.
Man, I was looking into flat earth for years, man. And then I finally figured out what the 4 pillars that the world was created on.
Yeah. What do you think they are?
Spirit, fire, air, mind.
The 4 elements?
Yeah. Spirit, fire,
Or
air,
5.
mind.
There's 5 elements.
4. Ground,
well, the fifth
earth,
one's ether.
And water, emotion.
And ether.
All
it's
4.
Fire, water, air, and earth. And then ether.
Oh, you can't. Don't be going into that ether shit, man. That's blasphemy. You're getting into something real. You're getting into something real there, man. We got to stop you, Chuck.
I'm blasphemizing. Beat up. I meant beat up. Oh, I found this, man. I'm not trying to down ODD either, but I was on Reddit, and I went to type in ODD's album because I can remember you could download it for free, and I love that album, but I can't fucking find it anymore to download it for free. So I'm scrolling through shit, and I see in Reddit, has anyone seen ODD TV? So I see someone put down that ODD might be in prison, and I'm like, what? So I'm looking, and I come across this. Come on, man, what the fuck? Do. All time, man. I came across this. Matthew Priscilla in Gary County, Kansas. It says this was on in 2021 though, but I think he just has some weed. It was not in major. Yeah, possession of opiate, narcotic, maybe at a Percocet, but that's it. It ain't not major. People are like, he's doing time in prison, but this is Department of Corrections gear, and that is when you, because I know here in Connecticut we have the same type of bricks. That's fucking insane, man. When you're being booked into the county jail, right near the Sally Port, when you come in, they put you in these fucking, you're shackled in a whole line. So after they take the shackles off your fucking hands, you're shackled on your feet. You gotta wait in the fucking thing where there's so many people. And then they call you into a room like this, and you gotta stand behind a brick wall. But here they make you hold something that has your inmate number. I still know my shit by heart. I got a 6 numbered inmate number. I heard they're up to 7 now. My inmate number is probably 24 years old. 20, look, more than that. Not proud of it. It's nothing to be cool about.
Chuck's got the inmate number in the Constitution state.
Yeah, I call it the unconstitution state. It's such a hypocritical name. Connecticut is the worst fucking state for anything. They tax you to oblivion. They're the most left state, like left. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And to me, left is worse than right. They work together, but to me, the left is so gritty and grimy and slimy. At least a lot of the people on the right come from a working class family, so they have a little decency to them or whatever's left. But the left itself is disgusting.
They still got that slimy Dick Gephardt guy fucking running shit in Washington.
Yeah, Trump's gonna fuck this country over. Here he is. First, he said they opened the strait. Then Iran says no, we're not opening the strait. Then I hear they open it, and then it's closed, and then it's open. I'm like,
oh, the
man.
fucking assholes fucking hooking up his fucking supporters. They're fucking manipulating markets and making a hell shit ton of money. He fucking, I'm gonna say this at this time, and you put your fucking puts and shares and calls in, and you do this, get your derivatives, and make it up. Make some fucking dough, bitch. Right? Isn't that what's going on?
Shit.
I mean, we're just the motherfuckers dying, man. Who gives a fuck about us? They're making money. They're manipulating fucking markets.
Wait until the water becomes polluted from the data centers. Well, you know, what are the politicians going to say then? We're going to be like, we try to tell you, but they don't care. They already know.
Well, they don't care. They know where to get the fucking good water from. They can pay for it. They can afford it. We're just fucking dumb goyim. We're fucking loser slaves. We're pieces of shit to them. Fuck them. Who gives a shit about us?
That's true. Goyim.
I need to get my 2,800 slaves myself, man. Hey, Chuck, can you be number one?
Huh? Sure, fuck it. I got nothing to lose. Fuck. Go to sleep and wake up a rich man. Go to sleep and wake up with $1 million.
All right. I need $27.99 now. I got one. I got one on the hook, man. I got Chuck.
What do you gotta get?
$27.99 slaves, man. You said it was okay for you.
It's getting expensive to be a slave.
Yeah.
And they're gonna keep jacking the prices up, and people are just not gonna say nothing.
Especially if these slaves start finding out. We can't have that shit.
Fucking escape now, please. Did you dig that for me? No, it's a dog. You dug that for me? For me.
Hey, Chuck, who's this limey man that fucking keeps coming on your fucking show, man? This Englishman. I'm kind of liking the way he thinks. You listening to me, Chuck?
Damn, I'm fucking muted. I'm talking. Jesus. Was it Jason, the one that was on earlier?
Yeah. I like him, man. He's pointed, man. He's got fucking some ideas.
Yeah, he disappeared. He said that the video was hurting his ears or something. I don't know. Because there was some sound coming through, some interference. It was bad. But he'll be back.
Yeah, I reckon so.
Shit. Fucking. Man, I know. I didn't even know that was what was going up as a data center over here. But now that I think about it, I know why they put it there, because of our couple reservoirs we have. That's all I keep thinking about is, man, they're gonna fuck over the only good thing we have is our drinking water. Now, if the drinking water is contaminant, I swear to God on everything, I'm suing the city, I'm suing the company that put that on the land. I'm suing everybody. Straight up. Nobody asked us if we wanted them data centers there. But I'll tell you that, well, I'm suing them. Yep. And I'm going to take the money and I'm going to buy land. That's what I would do. Buy some land and put the biggest farm ever on there. Just grow all sorts of stuff.
You're talking
fruits,
about that place
vegetables.
down the street that looks like Chernobyl, right?
Yeah. Where I live, yeah. It's $1 billion project, they said. It's been 6 years and all they put in was those things. I don't know what they're doing inside, that white building. They could be gutting it, and I would love to go in there just to see what's in it.
I don't know, man. I kind of think that data center shit with using all the water is bullshit, because here in Arizona, like I got like this place like about 40 miles from the house, and it's a nuclear generating station, and they got 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools, and that's all they need to cool this fucking place in the middle of the desert. So this shit about fucking, oh, data centers need all this water and they're using it and polluting it. What I kind of find it bullshit.
No, I've been reading about it. There's people actually suing, and they have proof from getting the water tested and everything. It's coming back highly toxic, like 4 or 5 times the amount it's supposed to. Yeah, I'll get this shit together and show everyone tomorrow. Is it going to happen everywhere? I don't know.
I don't think
That's
the data
concerning.
centers are doing it. I think that's just like the excuse. I think they're just poisoning shit and fucking us up.
Yeah. That's a good point. That's a good fucking point. They've been poisoning us for a while, and now they'll let the data centers take the fall.
Yeah.
That's a good
Oh my
point.
God, the data centers. Holy fuck. I don't know, man. They got all these flock cameras. They fucking see everything, man. They're gonna fucking like, if you fucking like piss on a bush, they're gonna fuck you up, right? I mean, it's all about what they want to go after. They see everything. They know everything about you. They know exactly what's going on. I mean, here in Arizona, we got these like little like trailers with generators on them, and then they got like this telescoping like boom with a camera with a little fucking red and blue light. I mean, they're watching everything that's going on. They know what's going on. I mean,
yeah, I seen those. The cameras.
Are
with the
they
blue
are
light.
they here to fuck over who they want, or fuck over everybody?
Probably everyone.
I think they're discriminating. I think they fuck over who the hell they want. They don't care about certain people, right? They're just coming after whoever they want. If you're a problem, they come after you. That's my thoughts. I don't know.
Sorry, I had to feed my lion. All right, let's see how nice it is out. A little better. How many hours? Up 3 hours? Yeah, I'm gonna jump off here in like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Yesterday I did 6 hours on my birthday. Today would have been my roommate's birthday.
Well, rest in peace, man.
Because it was my birthday's the 19th, and then my roommate's birthday is 420, and that's like the best birthday to have ever because it's 420. I got to get some herb. I went to get some herb this morning, but the herb man wasn't there. I was disappointed. He's old school, and he don't give phone numbers out. None of that. You just got to show up to the spot, and if he's there, he's there. I love that shit because that's how it used to be growing up. You didn't call people and incriminate yourself on the phone. You just went to the spot.
Yeah, you did it.
Nowadays, people want to incriminate each other in these phone calls. Oh, what you need? Oh, I need a 6 pounds. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm still looking for some Durban poison, man.
I
remember I went.
That's what I want to do.
I remember like 15 years ago, I went golfing with this guy, and my vape ran out, so I hit his, and he had Durban poison, and fucking that shit hit me in like, I don't know, like 2 minutes. And I was like, what the fuck is this shit? I was all like
I've smoked
zoned
some
in.
haze, some purple haze before, and that's all I got was maybe 2.5 totes, and I was fucking annihilated. That was the first time I ever smoked high grade weed. It was a pinner joint of some real purple haze. And yeah,
I just remember after I hit the shit that he had, I thought it was just like a vape, like some kind of like watermelon shit or something. I was like, holy fuck, I got to go back to work in a day.
I think it was
And I was
sprayed.
like, I was crapping myself, hoping that I didn't get the fucking number come up. Hey, you got to go piss test, motherfucker. But yeah, that Durban poison shit, man, fucking that's legit. It's like marijuana tweak.
No. Fuck, marijuana is the best. And shrooms. Acid's all right, but I think acid's way more powerful than shrooms. And not that I had bad trips on acid, I had long trips on acid, and it sucked.
What the hell is Molly?
Holly? I don't know where.
Molly. I've never done that shit, man. I don't know what the hell it is, but
Holly?
fucking
What? I don't know.
Molly.
Yeah, I don't know. Holly?
They're always showing like New Orleans and shit. Molly. Maybe it's some shit I should try.
Feel bad for the bear. Huh, Poomy? Huh, Poomy Doo? What's up, Stinky Jew?
What's that, mama? I'm pretty. Who's my pretty girl? Boomies. Who's the pretty girl? It's you, mama. You're the pretty girl. Yes, you are. Huh. Poor girl. She said, I don't want to come here. I want to go back home.